Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka amaharani kamsumarimasu. Kamuragi kamurami no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no gimuka no tachihana no. Odo no ahagi harani misogi harai tamo. Tokin harimaseru harai dono kamitachi moro moro no magakoto sumi hare o harai tamae kiyome tamae tomaosu koto no yoshi o Amatsu kami kunitsu kami ya oyorozu no kami tachi tomo ni Ame no fuchi koma no mimi kuritatete Hikoshime seto kashikomi mo maozu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Kam nagara damachi haemase. Kam nagara damachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truths given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Teachings of Meishu-sama today from the book Daily Inspiration, beginning with Meishu-sama's poem, Righteousness. Since olden times, those who have stood for justice and righteousness have met with obstacles created by the dark forces. We will fight with all our might for as long as we live. The snarls and malice of the dark forces which seek to destroy the world. We are not afraid of a criticism directed toward us or malice spoken against us, for we are armed with God's sword, which can destroy all evil. Since our group is spreading God's light to the world, the dark forces are watching each of us for the moments when we are off guard. As the time for the great transition is becoming more imminent, the desperate activity of these evil spirits is growing. Although we speak of them collectively, evil spirits vary in power and importance. The more clouded human beings are, the more easily dark forces can come through negative spiritual cords and manipulate them. Thus, without being aware of what they are doing, humans begin to interfere in God's work. For thousands of years, the dark forces have been acting as they wished, and they are still committing evil deeds, thinking they can continue to do so as in the past, because they do not know that the great turning point is coming in the spiritual world. In the spiritual realm, the forces of darkness do everything they can to keep us from receiving the light. Light is what dark forces fear most. And as the spiritual day advances and the light becomes more intense, the age of terror for them is coming. This is because no evil can withstand the power of God's light, which will weaken and destroy it. Just going to share with you a faith experience from Fernando Rosenthal. He's from Jacarepaguá, Rio de Janeiro. Fernando has been a Johrei member for 20 years, and he gives service as a lay leader. He's a journalist and independently has worked as communications advisor. In 2019, he ended up losing clients, and his income stream was reduced to about half of its normal level. With the onset of the pandemic, his situation worsened further, forcing him to rethink priorities. He was engaged and was aware that in order to appropriately fulfill marital aspirations, important personal and financial commitments had to be established. Accordingly, he cut expenses and many times thought about reducing the frequency of his service at the Johrei Center in order to dedicate more time to work. He even strongly considered reducing the percentage of gratitude donations he was regularly materializing. However, after deep reflection, Fernando realized that he consistently felt enriched and light and happy when serving at the church. Additionally, he had already experienced many miracles in his life and that of his family members with the regular practice of offering donations of gratitude. So Fernando decided to talk with his minister after which he determined not to lose focus on his mission and further committed himself to serving others through all practices of faith. Additionally, he began assisting families that were assigned to him by his ministry. With this assigned mission, Fernando increased the frequency of channeling Johrei, of studying Meishu-sama's teachings, of offering donations of gratitude, and providing assistance to both members and regular visitors to the Johrei Center. So, throughout 2021, he had the opportunity to introduce 10 people to our faith. As a consequence to his increased commitment to our practices of faith, suddenly professional contracts began to manifest for him, and financial rewards increased exponentially. Thus, he was able to rebalance himself and fulfill the dream of setting up a home with his fiancée. And the blessings didn't stop there. In February of 2022, a friend recommended him to interview for a job opportunity at a large corporate communications company. Fernando was interviewed and subsequently hired. He currently is enjoying his excellent job position. He no longer feels the need to seek clients independently. Further, he expects that he and his fiancée will wed by the end of this year. With these experiences, Fernando realized that it is useless to try to make material progress without first raising one's spiritual level. He also came to fathom that the best way to do so is to commit oneself to the salvation of others wishing for their happiness. Fernando pledges to continue serving Meishu-sama and to follow in his footsteps in order to contribute to the construction of paradise on this earth. With this experience, I'd like to thank you all very much for attending this evening service, praying for our ancestors, for our family, and for all those who are going through so much purifications. This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed evening. Thank you.